Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yolanda Monique and I'm here to talk to you about my online dating experience. It has been it's been interesting. So I wanted to actually tell you about it so that if I want to be sure I'm not the only one going through the craziness, but also suggestions, tips, stories on how this ends in a good way would really help. First of all, I think I'm putting pressure on myself with the online dating, and it's because my younger sister is in a committed relationship and she has two beautiful kids. My older sister just got engaged. She met her fiance doing online dating. The middle child sister, I'm a middle child as well. There are 5 of us. The one closest to my age, she's dating and she's with someone. I think that they might be serious. And then my older sister, she is in a relationship. She has 3 beautiful children. Therefore, I have some gorgeous nieces and nephews. I agree, I am putting pressure on myself, and I feel like society also puts on pressure if a woman reaches a certain age and she's not in a relationship. Something's wrong with her. And I do get that comment a lot. I do want to tell you that I feel like my profile is pretty open. I have no preferences for ethnicity, no preferences for income. The only preference I have for education is that you at least have a high school diploma or /GED in the profile. I'm open to, as long as you're, other than that, I'm pretty much open. Oh, you can't smoke. I have asthma. You can't smoke. I'm not trying to die. But I'm okay with if you have kids, if you don't have kids. I'd like to think my profile is pretty open. I'm not selective on a lot of things. The age group is from 36 to 46. I'm 41. I'm telling you this because some of the experiences that I've had made me want to pull my hair out. First, I get a lot of comments from guys asking me why they don't have kids. They're basically saying, you're 41, and a guy literally said this, you're 41 and you don't have kids. What's wrong? Is there something medically wrong with you? And I had to ask him, let me get this straight. I'm 41. I own my own home. I have a full-time job with benefits. I own my own car. I have a degree, and yet because I don't have kids, I'm not good. Explain that to me. I'm not getting that. My older sister was a single mom. I saw the hell she went through as a single mom. I had friends who were single mom in college. So I'm not knocking people who are single mom. I just know that after seeing everything they went through, that's not for me. I grew up in a home with a mom and a dad. That to me is what I want. If I have a child, I want the father to be a permanent fixture in his life as much as possible. Granted, things change. So for me to want to have a child in wedlock does not make me less valuable as a potential life mate, girlfriend. I don't get that. And I hear that a lot from guys, especially when they'll be like, well, you know, I have 3 kids. Are you okay with kids? Do you have issues with kids? No, I'm in the youth ministry. I look after kids at my church. I have been in the youth ministry for the last 5 years with my other church. But yet you think I have issues with the fact that I did not birth a child out of my own womb. Stop and think. The next thing that I always hear from guys is, why are you lying about your age? You don't look 41. And my thought is, who lies up? Who lies? Well, that's true. Some people who are under the age will lie up and say that they're really 16, and they'll say that they're 18. But 30s lies and says that they're 41. I've been accused of being 36 and lying that I'm 41. I'm like, no, I really am 41. I just got good genes. My mom looks good. My grandmother looks good. I've had people mistake my mom for my older sister. I've had people mistake my grandmother for my mother. I just have good genes. My sisters, we all look younger than we are. In fact, my younger sister looks a hell of a lot younger than I do. So I don't see how it's a negative, the fact that I look young. But apparently I've gotten it quite a few times where people will look at my photo, and I'll post it somewhere here, and they'll say, well, you look younger than what you are. Yes, thank you. I'm trying to fathom that. The next thing I've gotten where guys were saying, well, you have a higher ed degree, a master's degree. I hope you don't expect me to have one. And I'm like, my profile said as long as you have a high school diploma, I'm good. My parents have associate's degrees. They don't have masters. They don't have bachelor's degrees. I don't look down on them. My aunt, before she retired, was a regional director for a major corporation with an associate's degree. I know that you don't have to have a bachelor's degree and be able to find good employment. The guy who owns Facebook does not have a master's degree. Bill Gates does not have a college degree. So I'm very much aware that you do not have to have a college degree to be gainfully employed. I just want you to have goals and aspirations. But if I didn't, I just don't get that. I'm sorry. I just don't get that. Why do you think I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words. The last thing that I've gotten from guys is they want, obviously they've been catfished before, because it's like, is that really you? I'm on the phone with them talking, or I'm messaging them, and they want me to send them a photo right now of what I look like, because apparently I can't be plus size based off the headshot. So I'm like, yes, I'm plus size. And I know other people have lied on their profile, so I can't fault them for that. What I usually do is I'll send them photos that I took earlier that day on my Instagram, because I try to take at least one photo a week on Instagram myself. And they're like, well, no, I need you to take a photo right now while I'm on the phone with you so I can know it's you. Okay, I'm not going to stand up and do a full body shot while we're on the phone just so you can know who you're talking to. Because just realize I want the same. I need to know who you are and what you say is true. And that's just outrageous. One story I got to tell you guys is, guy, I'm on the phone with him. We're talking. I ignored the fact that he's talking to me and he's eating. That's a nasty thing. I can't stand that. So then he sit there and he goes, well, in your profile, you said that you're plus size. How much do you weigh? And I'm like, okay, I'm a size 18. No. I don't do dress sizes. I need to know how much you actually weigh. I'm like, what? So he goes, before we can continue on, I need to know how much you weigh. It's bad enough you don't have any kids, and I have grown kids, so I need to know how much you weigh. So I was like, okay, I weigh 200 pounds. He goes, dang, you big. Did I not just say I was plus size? So then he goes, well, send me a photo of you so I'll know if you're evenly proportioned. So I tell him, why don't you look at my profile, because I have a full body shot and you can see if I'm evenly proportioned. So he puts me on hold, and I don't know why I stayed on the phone with this guy. I really don't know why. He comes back and he goes, all right, yeah, you're not that big, but it's mostly in your breast. I hung up on him after he said that it was mostly in my breast, and then he proceeded to give me suggestions on how I can lose the breast fat. I hung up on him. I was like, what took me so long to terminate that conversation? I don't know. I guess part of me was like, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. It got worse. Why? Guys, seriously. And it's gotten to the point I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to unsubscribe from Match. I'm going to take a break from Match. I might even take a break from Plenty of Fish, just so that, because this stuff messes with your head. It's gotten to the point I'm like, well, I've been working out. Maybe I need to add more weight so I can do something with my waist. And yes, I've lost weight, and my breast size has gone down, and I could technically define myself as curvy, since I actually am starting to develop an hourglass, though I believe I have a square body. This stuff messes with your head. I'm sitting here criticizing my skin, my figure, everything about myself. I'm criticizing everything, and I don't want to start hating myself just so that guys who are online dating can be like, yeah, I like her, let me talk to her. I just don't get that. I'm not going to dummy down my degree, which I earned and worked hellified hard to get my master's degree, so that a guy can feel comfortable talking to me because I have a master's. I do know that they say that for African American women, and in some contexts minority women, that the higher your education level, the smaller your pool for a match in the opposite sex goes, because educated individuals want to attract educated individuals, and more women get degrees than men. Got that. So it's like I already have a smaller pool. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is where it comes with the race. Again, I have nieces and nephews who are of mixed race. Most of them are black Hispanic. I've got some black and white. I have black and Arab in my family. So when I say I have the rainbow in my family, we have the rainbow. White, Hispanic, Arab, Indian. So I don't have and I think I'm being open-minded in my personal opinion by not putting an ethnicity of the guy that I'm willing to be open and date. But the first thing that I get when a guy responds to me who is not black is, well, you realize that I'm white, or I'm Hispanic. And one guy even said, I'm Chicano. And I said, okay. He's like, and you got an issue with that? I'm like, no. Are you sure? Why are you questioning me on that? If I had an issue, I would not have replied to your invite to talk. I just don't get that. One guy I'm on the phone with, every single time we talk to each other, he kept mentioning his ethnicity. And I was like, I get it. You're Chicano, because he got mad when I said, I have no problem with Hispanics. And he was like, I'm not Hispanic, I'm Chicano. And I said, sorry, my bad. I have no issue with that. I have individuals who are Hispanic in my family, so that is not an issue. And then he wanted to clarify with me the difference between Hispanic and Chicano, which I know this long story, but help a sister out, guys. Explain to me, let me know. I just want to be sure I'm not the only one that's going through this, but also I don't get it. I don't get it, because I work in education. Education tends to be female dominated. So trying to find someone at my job is a no-go. They're either already married if they're a guy, or they are batting for the other team, or they're just not someone that I am physically attracted to or interested in. My sister has made the suggestion that I should stop looking at the cute guys and get to the average looking guys, and that maybe I would be able to find someone that I can have a rapport with. So I've tried that, and I think that physical attraction is an important part. The thing is that lately in my profile, I've been getting hit by guys that are way younger than me, like 18, 19, 20, 21, that kind of age, which I'm sorry, that's too young for me. And the opposite, I've been getting like 60, 65. The last guy who actually said, hey, beautiful, was 66. And I'm thinking, okay, no, you're in my dad's range. No. Especially considering that, again, my profile is only requesting someone who's 36 to 46. Anyone past 46, I'm not interested in. But I've been getting a lot of older gentlemen, older or younger guys who aren't anywhere near my age bracket saying, hey, gorgeous. Thank you for the compliment, but really, I'm not going to reply to you because you're not anywhere near my age bracket that I'm interested in. But also, I feel like there has to be some physical attraction before I can respond. I mean, there are some guys who are average and that I do not find attractive, that my sisters are like, oh, why don't you hit him up? Why don't you message him? Why don't you message him? And yes, he may be within the age range. He may have the degree, the high school or more, or even have a college degree. But physically, there is nothing. I mean, like, yes, I know that their personality can make someone look more attractive, or it can make an attractive person look less attractive. Sorry. Let me say that again. And then the whole time I'm like, okay, maybe your appearance will build on me. I'm not saying I'm drop dead gorgeous. I mean, like, underneath this makeup, you guys have seen my face under this makeup. I don't think my makeup makes me look any more. It evens out my skin tone, but I'm not a different person underneath. But I just feel like you have to have something physically that you like about the other person, and I just can't bring myself to be like, okay, ignore the way he looks, but this is everything that I want. And maybe I'm just being narrow-minded, so please let me know. Are there certain things that you're willing to fudge on and things you're not willing to fudge on? Are there certain things that this is hard and fast, and if the individual doesn't meet these conditions, then they're out? Are you Is it normal for you to get people wanting photos of you to confirm you are who you say you are? Do you fudge on your shapes knowing that when they see you in person, they're going to know whether or not you are full size or curvy? And curvy is such a hard definition because Allure had their version, but of course Glamour had a different definition, and then I found so many different definitions of what curvy is. And of course I talked to a few guys that I know as friends, and their definition of curvy was like, okay, they want an hourglass figure basically is curvy, if you could this and this. But then when I showed them plus size girls who have that definition, they were like, well, she's not curvy, she's big, because in their minds you have to be skinny to be curvy. And I feel like there's too many personal opinions, personal views for it to be curvy. So that's it. I just wanted to rant a little bit and talk to you guys about online dating, actually seek some suggestions and tips. Like I said, I might take a break for a few months just to get my mental health back. And that's it. I really would love to hear your opinions. If you did online dating, how did it work out? Did you meet your Boaz? Did it screw with you mentally as it feels like it's doing with me? And I know that society has a view of women being single versus a view of men being single. You know, guys can be older and single and they're the eligible bachelor, and women is like, oh, she's a spinster. So I know that there's a society view, and guys, I just need some suggestions, some tips, and to make sure that I am not out there alone. So I look forward to your response, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.